Hi Cancer, welcome to Third Eye Tarot. This is going to be a reading for the second half of October 2025 or for whenever you find it. Let's get started. Hey Spirit, please bring messages for Cancer's highest good. Thank you. So welcome back Cancer. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much. So happy to have you here. If you're new to my channel, welcome. When I have all of my cards available to me, I like to get one overall theme from the Wild Unknown archetype and read from the book. I think it's beautifully written. This is for Cancer. Thank you, Spirit. You have the Orphan. Interesting. Scorpio got this card last go for the first half of October. Page 71. To study the Orphan is to study the deep and challenging energy of our time. We are ever more connected, yet face collective isolation. The refugee crisis haunts our planet. Children are separated from parents, and the earth begs for our attention. We're in a time of universal orphanage, of nature, of each other, of our own hearts. Take refuge in the fact that we all share this core wound and dilemma. It is normal to fear this card as it haunts the caverns of the soul. When it appears, take time, real time, to be in the presence of the feelings this card stirs in you. What is the deepest gift you could imagine giving to others? What has been rejected is quite possibly what is most needed, dear one. Yeah, it's not an easy energy, that. Let's open with the Lost Soul Tarot for Cancer. On the cut, we have the Empress. This is Venus energy, rules the two signs of Libra and Taurus. On the other side, we have the High Priestess. It's a very strong, divine, feminine energy coming through. The High Priestess represents our intuition, that gut feeling, inner navigational system. This is for Cancer. The Empress is the energy of abundance, prolificness. Wow, all of those cards just flopped off to reveal the Hermit. So that's three major arcanas right out the gate. That's major arcana for the sign of Virgo. High Priestess is, a lot of people who read cards consider it water energy, so that would be Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. But it's our feels, right? It's our intuition. And holy cow, I think I just shuffled these all up all wrong. So this should be very interesting. But, you know, I say wrong, but it's really not wrong, because everything that happens in a tarot reading has some sort of significance. And let me see, it was Gemini and also, yeah, Taurus and Gemini. The beginnings of both of those readings were a little like crazy. We are coming into the pre-shadow to our next Mercury retrograde. So the energy in the pre-shadow starts to glitch, starts to get a little wonky. And then the bulk of the retrograde will be through November during Scorpio season. On the bottom of the deck, we have the Two of Wands. Seems like some sort of a block to me. It is the energy of planning how to get from point A to point B, but here clearly we have some sort of a stop, go no farther. There's some sort of a block here. First card is the Queen of Wands, with the High Priestess right back on the bottom of the deck. Interesting. Feminine energy is coming through spicy. Queen of Wands is considered the sexy queen in the deck. She goes after what she wants in life. She's very passionate. She chases down her passion. She's outgoing, gregarious. She laughs because she's enjoying her life. She feels good in her skin. Queen of Swords is a little colder. Queen of Swords is next. So we did see the Empress earlier, right? Which is, of course, all 4 queens in one. And now we're seeing 2 queens open up your reading today. So it's telling me whoever this feminine energy is in this storyline, she's hot to trot. She feels good in her skin. She's going after what she's passionate about in life. And she's very guarded with herself. Now, if this is 2 different people, we'll see. But I really honestly feel like it's one feminine energy. And we see the 3 of Swords in the reverse on the bottom of the deck. Now, I don't typically keep my cards in the reverse, but like I said, I shuffled them incorrectly just now. But really, there's no accidents in tarot. So yeah, this feminine energy, she's going after her best life. She will cut down anyone who tries to slow that progress. She's not holding back, that's for sure. We have the 4 of Pentacles in the reverse. This is a card of holding back for some reason, keeping to oneself, but it's in the reverse with the High Priestess back on the bottom of the deck. How interesting. Very strong with the spiritual tie, right? I think somebody is quick to cut out anything that, wow, that brings any kind of drama to their life. 5 of Cups on the bottom of the deck. So somebody who has regret, remorse, heavy emotional energy like sadness, depression, what have you. But we have 2 sword cards that just came out in the reverse. The 8 of Swords and the 7 of Swords. So obviously sequential, but this is like all lies exposed. All sneaky behavior is illuminated. 7 of Swords in the reverse is either somebody is being exposed or they are presenting in a very open and honest way. They don't want any kind of mistrust between. But 8 of Swords in the reverse is coming under the Queen of Wands. So this is definitely giving me somebody who has freed themselves. Okay, we have the 4 of Pentacles in the reverse, which is a held back energy, like keeping to oneself and not sharing, not opening up with your resources, your time, your attention. 8 of Swords in the reverse is freeing yourself from a prison of some sort. Like it could have been an emotional prison, right? Let's see, let's continue. Messages for Cancer. Thank you, Spirit. There's that 2 of Wands. It's coming directly under the Queen of Swords, just like this on the table in front of me. So somebody's very, like, you're not going to get past the barricade. You're not getting past this ice wall, so to speak. But this is a fire energy. But the Queen of Swords is air, so that's, you know, icy and cold and cerebral and not emotional. But the 2 of Wands, fire energy, it's like somebody wants to bridge a distance here, but they have to come correct. If they don't come correct, they're going to be met with a sword. The Hierophant is on the bottom of the deck right now. Major Arcana for Taurus. That's one of 2 marriage cards in the tarot. So it does represent higher level of commitment, traditional way of doing things, and somebody coming correct. 6 of Wands is in the reverse. Somebody feels like there's been a loss here. Okay, wow. We have another Queen of Cups coming out, but the person who I feel like perhaps doesn't feel like there's been a win here, because this is 6 of Wands, which is a victory, a win, but it's in the reverse. with the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse, some sort of offer that like can't come through for some reason, again with the block. Somebody who's quite possibly struggling with addictions here with the Devil showing up, or this is someone who's like obsessively ruminating, figuring out, trying to come up with a plan of action, right? This is communication here with this Knight of Swords. It is coming under the Four of Pentacles. So the communication could be coming from someone who was held back for a while. The Devil energy is major arcana for Capricorn. It's coming under the Seven of Swords in the reverse. So something could have been shown or exposed here about a toxic, like I said, it could have been an addiction or, you know, any of the things that hinder our best life. Queen of Cups is here. So Queen of Wands, Queen of Swords, Queen of Cups. We saw the Empress earlier. We kept seeing the High Priestess. I feel like this is a feminine who's just very balanced. You see how this particular Queen of Cups has 2 cups. And she's very balanced in her emotions and her passions, and she's protective of herself. So let's start clarifying. Tarot of Oppositions for Cancer. Well, there's the Six of Wands in the upright. Interesting. With the Sun on the other side. The Sun is major arcana for Leo. The Six of Wands in the upright is a victory. It's a win. It's a, you know, being celebrated by the public for some sort of an achievement. So it can be like a card of fame for that reason. Clarity on the spread, please, for Cancer. Just saw the Two of Wands again. Six of Wands is steady on the bottom of the deck. So, yeah. A parade, a celebration. Somebody's won or achieved something. This is like getting your flowers, so to speak. Clarify this. You know what? Should we keep them separate, all the queens? Clarify the Queen of Wands for Cancer. Thank you. Two of Cups. This is soulmate energy. Someone feels very passionate about the Queen of Wands or vice versa. We have Eight of Wands on the bottom of the deck. So that's very passionate energy. It's known as the arrows of love, and it's fast moving energy. Clarify the Queen of Swords. Wow. Ace of Cups for the Queen of Swords. I'm inclined to think of this feminine, as all these queens, as the same person now that the Ace and the Two of Cups have come out for both of them. Somebody's approaching the Queen of Swords with love, so that's good. Four of Pentacles in the reverse. Someone who was held back has the Knight of Swords directly under it. So communication, somebody opening up. Yeah, communication. Here's the Knight of Cups as well. Six of Swords is what's coming out to clarify the Four of Pentacles in the reverse. So that's a moving out of a difficult time period into a smoother emotional plane and mental plane, right? Because the sword is the mind, the intellect. So speaking of mind games and whatnot, we have the Seven of Swords in the reverse. Clarify the Seven of Swords in the reverse. Has the Devil directly under. So we are seeing the Knight of Cups with the Seven of Wands. So another 7. And since it's a cup energy and we opened our clarification process with 2 cup energies, the Ace of Cups and the Two of Cups, The Knight of Cups, clarifying the Seven of Swords in the reverse. This is somebody who doesn't want to play any mind games, and they're coming in with their heart on their sleeve, right? Because they realize they're coming up against a guarded energy. You better come correct, or you're wasting your time. The Seven of Wands is also perhaps someone who feels very protective of the connection, right? Because cup energy is about connection. So the Eight of Swords in the reverse, this is somebody who's freed themselves from a mental prison or an emotional prison. Wow, Eight of Swords in the reverse is being clarified by Death. Major Arcana for Scorpio. There could be some tie to a Scorpio for you. I mean, like I said, the Orphan card that opened up your reading today, Scorpio got that one the last batch of readings I did. We have Six of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck as I pause. Yeah, so it could have meant that, okay, so death is a major ending, right? Things will never be the same after death sweeps in. And now that doesn't mean the death of a physical body necessarily. It could be the death of the way we were viewing a situation. We'll never look at something after some particular instance. We will never look at a situation the same again. We are forever altered, right? So it can pertain to a lot of things, but clarifying the Eight of Swords in the reverse, I feel that it pertains to freeing oneself from some sort of a prison here. So the Two of Wands is next. Clarify the Two of Wands for Cancer. Five of Pentacles. That is exactly what this energy here is. This is somebody out in the cold, perhaps struggling financially, feeling abandoned, forgotten. It's been a very difficult territory to navigate, to traverse. There is absolutely, with Seven of Cups on the bottom of the deck, and you see how this person is like passed out. It always reminds me of someone who has drank themselves to sleep. So they drink until they pass out. And with the Devil being here, yeah, it's clear indication for me as a reader of someone who struggles with an alcohol addiction, or maybe it's not alcohol, it could be any of the substances, right? Food can be an addiction as well, right? There's so many people who are addicted to sugar and carbohydrates, which carbohydrates are sugar basically, but I mean, yeah, there's such a thing as a food coma, right? It's a sugar coma. Your body gets overwhelmed with insulin. Anyway, tangent. Okay, let's get back on track. Who is this Knight of Swords? Clarify the Knight of Swords. This is someone coming in from the cold, I'd say, to communicate, wow, with an Empress. And look at the bottom of the deck is the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands that we just clarified, and I just said someone's coming out of the cold, Five of Pentacles, to try to communicate, because we're clarifying a communication card, Knight of Swords, communicate with the Empress, or who they consider the Empress, the Divine Feminine. This is, I mean, she's the bee's knees. She's everything, right? She's life force energy. Everything is born from the Empress energy. Somebody is having to traverse a very difficult territory in order to approach this celestial goddess energy. Like, Empress is a very special energy. You don't find that every single day, right? But there's something about somebody having been left out in the cold. It could have been because of some sort of addiction on, you know, drugs, alcohol, sex, shopping, food. God, there's so many addictions, right? Like, clarify the Devil. Thank you. You're not gonna, I knew it. You're not gonna believe this. This is crazy. Somebody has freed themselves. Okay, first of all, we have the Eight of Swords on the bottom of the deck, which is so interesting because the Eight of Swords is in reverse over here, right? They've closed something out, remember, with that Death that clarified it. This Eight of Swords in the upright, in this particular deck, is much better than in the reverse. Because in the reverse, we see somebody strapped to the chair, butt naked, stripped of their dignity, tied, bound, head hung low. Somebody's freed themselves. If you can see it, I'm not sure you can, but there's ropes like this, like cut. They used the swords next to them and cut the ropes off, right? And freed themselves because they were directed by spirit. So if we're going to have any card come out to clarify the devil, it's the Temperance. So literally an angel and a devil. And I feel that spirit has helped somebody break out of some sort of an addiction here. Wow, which turns the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is directly under this Eight of Swords. This is a pretty straightforward reading here, Cancer. Now, it doesn't have to be an addiction. It can be a codependent relationship. It can be a toxic work environment. It can be anything it is that in your life that you know, oh yeah, the devil energy represents this for me. Okay, so Burning Heart Love Oracle, and they just came out. I've been working on myself and am not the same as I was before. Thank you, Spirit, for these confirmations. I let people manipulate me into ghosting you. I'm sorry I hurt you. I didn't realize what I had until it was gone. Okay, let's get some Hidden Truth Oracle, please, for Cancer. Thank you. I wish I had treated you better. I hope that you can forgive me one day. So many things remind me of you. I don't react when people mention you. Some Moonology, please. Thank you. Show the world the real you, full moon in Aquarius. So we literally just read a card that says, I don't react when people mention you. So like, obviously they're wearing a mask. They're keeping like this stoic exterior. And now Spirit's like, stop it, silly. Just be authentic. It's freaking hilarious. Don't let pride get in your way, full moon in Leo. Yeah, don't let pride get in you. This stoic, prideful, A new romantic cycle begins, new moon in Libra. Well, we are still currently in Libra season as I record this video, but we're coming into Scorpio season on the 23rd of October. Angels and ancestors, thank you. Autumn, release the old and rest. Yes, right here in the autumn, during autumn season. We're in Libra going into Scorpio season. In the Northern Hemisphere anyway, we have Hunter, track down your fears and desires. Couple of cards from the Oracle of the Seven Energies for Cancer. Cancer, if you like the way I read the cards, please subscribe to my channel. Give this video a thumbs up. Super helpful to get me into the algorithm of YouTube. Thank you so much. We have Shining Through and Sacred Reverence. I love that one. All right, let's get you some Manifest Success cards. This is for Cancer. If you'd like a private reading with me, Cancer, the information on how to contact me is in the description box. You just click on the title to the video. It'll pull it down for you. If you would like to be notified when I upload, you can click on the bell icon. If you would like a private reading, the information is in the description box. Did I already say that? I'm sorry. I'm channeling, so it kind of just trying to, yeah, okay. If you'd like to make a donation, give me a tip. That'd be amazing. There's a link in the description box. Thank you so much. It helps me to bring free readings to YouTube. You have Feather, Abundance, Easy Money, Divine Intervention, Light Work, Air-related, Undecided, and Travel. We also have Seal, Business Contract, Documents, Gift of Money, Writing, Clerical, Paperwork, and Staying Put. And I just love that wax, the wax seal. Oh, it's just such a nice touch. I love it. I'm a big fan of attention to detail over here. An animal oracle card, please, for Cancer. Thank you, Spirit. You have Giraffe, visionary. Rise above earthly matters. Glide through life with grace. You are able to see the right path. Stand tall in your self-worth and love with a big heart. All right, Star Code Astro card, please, for Cancer. Did I mention that this is a card of Sagittarius? Can't remember. You have Pluto, rebirth. Pluto rules the sign of Scorpio. So more Scorpio energy coming through. Rebirth, which is nice because we had the death aspect of Scorpio. Now we're seeing rebirth. You also have trine, sextile, symbiosis. Some dolphins for you. These are my little dolphin cards. They are decades old, very well loved. We have Splash, the One, Clearing, Timing, Stormy Weather. Well, that would be this Mercury retrograde incoming. And No Boundaries. Some charms, please, for Cancer. Okay, you have Gemini's astrological symbol coming through. You could have Gemini as your Mercury and or Venus placement, certainly if you're a sun sign Cancer. We have I choose strength. Strength is how, you know, in the tarot, the strength card, mastering that beast within, which is very much the same as this energy right here. We have I love you to the moon and back. And a peace sign. All right, let's get you a blessing. This is for Cancer. Thank you, Spirit. A blessing of forgiveness and a blessing on a resolution. That is what I have for you, Cancer. I hope something was helpful. Until next time, take it easy.